Oh man, Nintendo Switch. Online services free classic games are only available for a limited time. You guys know that during the Nintendo Switch, explanation, reveal, true reveal, I guess a lot of people would put it, they explained that there was going to be a Nintendo online service that you would have to pay for each month, and everybody lost their minds essentially over this because it sucked. It's basically Xbox Live, but Nintendo Live. So the main selling point of this is that they were going to do something similar to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, to where they were going to give away a free game each month, like maybe 2 games, an NES and SNES game. Wow, what a deal. That sounds fucking awesome. Some of those games are upwards into $10 to $15. Sounds like a great deal. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is, according to Chris Coyle, the Nintendo of America representative, explained that the free classic SNES and NES titles available each month will only be free and playable for that month. Oh, Nintendo. So before I get into that, let me just finish this out. So, quote unquote, confirmed by NOA. Monthly free classic game on Switch is indeed only available for that month. More deets on Virtual Console before launch. And that's what was stated there. Essentially, what's happening here is that Nintendo is not only going to be charging you the permission, you're good enough to play online with their system, even though you already have paid for internet. No, they're going to be introducing the ability to pay them to go online. Before, it was free. It wasn't that good. Oh, but this time we got things on lock with party chat and comments and messaging and stuff like that coming later on. But no. Pay up front for our online service, for the permission, the allowance to play online. It's shit when these services do it. Sony did it when they moved to the PS4, and now Nintendo does it when they're moving to the Switch. It's not shocking to see that they looked at another company and said, we could make money doing that also. Now, here's the biggest kick in the fucking ass, man. And Nintendo saw that a lot of people would get PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live just for specific games. There's a lot of news stories about it, Rocket League was free, and a lot of people got PlayStation Plus to get that free, just so they could have that one thing. And then a lot of these people, they'll let their subscription slide, and whenever they feel like playing that game, they'll pay a couple bucks and go back and play that game, or download the game that they want to play, and then they'll let the subscription slide. Well, see, if you do that, you don't get to play those games, and that makes sense. But if you keep your subscription going, you get to play all of the free games, and you get to keep them and play them any month. Nintendo said, no, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make it so that they're going to have to subscribe just so that they can play this free game. Not like, it's the last of the month. I don't have enough money to get the subscription up front, but I'll get it towards the end of the month. Oh, hey, look, a really cool long game like Earthbound is free. Here, I'm gonna download it. The next day is the start of the next month. What? I can't play Earthbound? I only had one day to play the entirety of Earthbound? Are you serious? And that's another thing and problem that there's gonna be with this. Like, damn, man. Can you not see how ridiculous this is? Why wouldn't you let people keep the game? Just make it not work. Just make it not work if they don't have a subscription. That's what PlayStation Plus does. That's what Xbox does. But even some games on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One work without a subscription. Those were the early days, and that's how it was. But why take it away each and every single month? Like, you could only play it in that month period. Like, what? Who thought this was a good idea? Oh, classic Nintendo, man. I'm telling you. Give the kids free games. That's what they want. Should we let them play it anytime as long as they have an online subscription? No. What are you, stupid? Whether they want it or not, they have to download it because they have to play it that month, or it potentially would never be free again. And they have to play through it because if they don't beat it within the month period, they won't unless they go and buy it. This is how the Switch is marketing itself, a glorified monthly emulation machine. This definitely doesn't make emulating your own ROMs and emulators on your PC seem at all appetizing. No one would want to do that. Everyone will want this option, the Nintendo Switch solution. It makes so much sense. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking at the end of the day when they said you can only keep the game for 1 month. But it seems quite silly when we have games like Sword of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, and I'm sure all of these games will eventually make their way onto the emulation portion of the Nintendo side of things, whether it be on the Switch, the Wii U, or, the next console, or the 3DS. In some way, shape, or form, eventually they'll probably make it there because they were some of the most successful SNES RPGs. And to ask someone to complete those games in a month, people who are not even used to the games like that, they're not used to their hands not being held in a way, shape, and form, and to ask them to conform to that style of gameplay, that advanced level of gaming versus what we have now as a more streamlined, easier, dumbed down version sometimes of gaming. It's silly to think that they're going to beat it in 1 month. Maybe it would take them even longer because these games can take from 20 hours to 200 hours if you want to go through the side quests and do every single little thing possible. And to ask them to do that in 1 month is pretty crazy. So I don't know what to say about this other than, my God, I was almost able to make a 10-minute video discussing and detailing this. I think I'm gonna shave some of that time off, but yeah, it's pretty close to 10 minutes where my mind is blown that Nintendo could have done something super cool with this online service, giving you these games for free. For free! Just think about this for a minute. If the Nintendo Switch were to last, let's say on a good cycle, 5 years straight, you multiply 5 years by 12, you get yourself 64, I think. And what we're looking at is the inability to give out 5 years worth of NES and Super NES games, which is less than 100. And if you combine the NES and SNES library, there's over 1,400 games. And you can't give out less than 100 of those every single month to people to let them keep for free. You just can't do it. Somehow this is going to kill you. You've got to cancel it each month and not let them keep it. Well, whatever. Maybe this says something about the online component of the Nintendo Switch, bearing in mind that it allows you to play every game offline. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know. If this is how they deal with DRM and not putting DRM onto games, onto ROMs, I think that's good. I think that's very good that they found a workaround, but I think it's very bad that they didn't just give out the game for free. Just here, that's it. So what do you guys think about this? It's pretty crazy to see how the Nintendo Switch is wrapping up. I think it's wild. I think it's nuts. And hopefully these companies will reverse their decisions and allow you to keep the games, because at the end of the day, the amount of games that you get are pretty comparable, but not to the entirety and the library of almost any console. You guys have yourselves a great day, and I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.